Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Talking Hole Live, episode 4. It's been 2 weeks since the last one. I am so sorry. That is because of a big speech and debate tournament, and it went well. We won some trophies. I think there's a list of the trophies. Maybe I can airdrop it to my computer. And we have everything ready here. I know it's been lackluster. I get it. There is a new video I have. It's a little serious. As a matter of fact, everything the last month has been a little too goddamn serious. But I have some structure, some semblance of a structure to this stream, and I want to see how it's going to go. So I hope you're curious. I hope you're as curious as I am. So I am going to do the promo here, which, of course, is one of the best promos I've ever done. And there's nobody here yet, so this is great. I'm feeling energized. I actually ate dinner, or lunch. I ate lunch/dinner. Who knows if I'll actually eat this time for tonight. We'll see. I've been forgetting dinner recently. Okay, let's see. I feel like that's a fair promo. It's great. We have just the right amount of homely and controversial images here. I will say, one of the few good features Instagram's ever done as of recent is the collage, because my camera roll is so anally fucked, like, it's perfect for the collage feature. Schizophrenically flash a bunch of images just so you can't process them. I feel like my camera roll's perfect for that. I can make collages every day until I die, and they'll all be different and equally stupid. So let's wait to upload that. I'll ask the question for both people playing it back. If you're playing this video back and then you hear me ask this question, put your answer in the form of a comment. How has your week been? Mine right now, I hope that the frequency of uploads and activity that on the internet for me on all my accounts signifies that it's been fucked. It's been actually fucked up. I did this to myself, but you look fresh today. My day's a 9.9 because of your shirt. I am so jealous of you that what someone decides to put on top of their bare nips for the day can determine how good your day goes. That's great. I'm glad that you're very easily influenced, man. My week has so far been, I think, like a solid 5.2 out of 10, with 5 being the average, so just barely above the median, mainly because of circumstances outside my control. No amount of shirts that other people wear is going to save it from a 5.2, so let's see. Tropical ass fit. I'm glad everyone's saying stuff that does not signify that my sound is off. I mean, now that I said that, you guys are going to say some shit, but what up, Ian? Hello. Boring ass week, 5 out of 10. Yeah, I know why it's been boring, because we haven't been doing any streams. No goddamn content. I apologize. But I'm just going to introduce a new system, a new bit. Stand by for a second. Hold on. It's this one. So I hope you know that this is not intentional. I just so happen to have some tabs open, and again, you know it's awkward when, I don't know, like Keemstar or somebody's doing a stream and you see some tabs open. What the heck is that? Well, just know that in the spirit of full disclosure, except for this one, in the spirit of full disclosure, I would like to just go through each tab that's open that I was totally not up for this stream, and they may contain some topical events, some interesting videos and clips that I have compiled for the week, and of course it's going to backfire as a plan, because then tomorrow we'll have nothing to put up, and then I'll just be sitting here on square one talking about nothing. But it's okay, because we're just shooting the shit, because that's what the Talking Hole's about. The Talking Hole is... it's like a little bit of a jazz club, you know? The musicians walk into the big mouth not knowing what they're going to do, what they're going to say, what they're going to play. And what comes out, you might never know. It might be diarrhea, but you never know. When you combine some chemicals, you might accidentally make gold. Okay, let's catch up on chat here. We have a lot of people. We got a lot of activity. I'm glad that my inactivity has not bored you enough where you forget this channel exists. Andy the Anteater says, Privet Comrade Brian. This is such a great start to this stream. I'm so glad. Oh, this is like band kid humor. Thank you, Moses. You are a band kid. You're an excellent guitar player. I was dying for a new stream. Yeah, I know. I saw your DMs. I've been repeatedly seeing your DMs, and whenever you DM me stuff like that, it makes me want to stream less, so it's a little bit of a Christmas miracle I'm even here at all. But thank you. Just know, if you see this as mean, I'm not being mean. This is out of love. This is out of love for the game. Okay. 7.2 out of 10. Promising prospects for today. Promising prospects. That type of alliteration was in my SynHG speech. Actually, speaking of the SynHG speech, I would like to just skip to this one right here. So if you must know why there was no stream, I have said this publicly, but it's because we were doing this. This was like literally around, I mean, this was actually during the nighttime. But again, each day of this tournament lasts a very long time, and I'd like to shout out, not each individual by name, but I mean, that's me. We got this, I got this for the SynHG speech, and there was a line in there that, Ian, you just reminded me of, which is, even your principles, passions, and personality can be prospectively programmed by your parents now. Seriously. I have it all rehearsed. It unfortunately is permanently ingrained in my head. But let's see. We're used to the sound being off. Newgrounds. Hey, it just happened to be up because I did some research actually, and I found out that Newgrounds has been in existence for like what? Grounds founding. It's been around since the 90s, or it was founded in 1995, and then of course the picture that Google puts up is the internet's response to 9/11. Did I just fuck up the whole thing? Oh yeah, I did fuck it up. It's because I accidentally opened up a new tab. Hold on, there we go. Is that better? I hit a key on accident. I think it's the shift key, and then it just separates the whole thing. And OBS only attaches screen mirroring to just one collection of tabs. Fuck you, Apple iMac, for making this more complicated than it has to be. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. And so I have not really been on Newgrounds in years, and I have never tried this ever on Newgrounds, but I figure, like, what if we can find the internet's in real-time response to 9/11, right? And I want to do it in the form of, I mean, we can just do it in the form of all, but there is no all tab, right? It's just, you can either pick movies, games, just audio, like voice memos. Okay, Newgrounds, very advanced. Newgrounds is still, okay, this chat is getting so complex right now. React to Rio Maniac, where you're from. I have no idea what that means. If anybody else in chat can kind of decrypt that message and figure out what it actually means, that'd be very helpful. I just beat Pico's school after like 15 years. You guys are speaking in rhymes and riddles. I'm going to bookmark all these chats and save it for later, okay? So, I mean, we can just start simple here because it's interesting. I want to see what we can get. Happy 20-year anniversary. This doesn't count because this was made recently. I want to find date. Can we just sort by... the hell? Oh, okay, I see. Crash. Okay, please tell me this is old. Okay, is this actually working? Okay, cool. What year was this? 2007. These comments were in 2017. Why can't you just tell me when this was posted? You have to scroll all the way down? Come on, man. Oh, there we go. September 11th, 2002. Jesus Christ. So this was on the 1-year anniversary of 9/11. Let's see what the internet was like, because I don't know about you guys, but I have a personal nostalgia for the early era of the internet when you could spend one whole day loading a 40-second video. And people, I mean, in this age of increased accessibility where everything's just so damn advanced, I mean, I think that there are a lot of people who yearn for this. So I figure a lot of it has been erased. The modern internet has tried to destroy any trace of its old self, but I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Because again, I'm saying all of this shit and I haven't even clicked on it yet. So let me just, you guys are chatting way too fast, so let me just read some stuff before we get into this. When I said, but after it was that, so that's kind of crazy, but I know you don't really, but that's fine. What? Okay, well, I'm missing out on every single chat. I don't think I've read a single chat that I've understood so far, and that's probably my fault. Mr. Gecko grew up, genuinely miss bro. Hey, he's still on Instagram. I still see him as a viewer on all my stories, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. I mean, the first time he announced that he was exploding, I really thought that'd be the end of it, so I'm amazed that he had way more than 9 lives, clearly, so we got lucky. We got so much Gecko. Type Pico's school in the search bar. You mean on Newgrounds? Okay, give me a second. Let's look at Crash Revolution or Bin Laden Simulator, okay? These streams are hell. Oh, trust me, we're only in the first circle of hell. Just wait, we're about to dive into the next one. Oh my god. Please tell me you can hear it. Can you hear the bite sound effects? That's incredible. Okay, hold on. If audio's duplicated or if you guys can't hear shit, just let me know, all right? Cuz for some reason, yeah, I put the screen capture volume at max. That's bad. Sorry about your ears, guys. This looks like 2002, all right. Okay, when I go over the next button, now this is just a test of the sound. Can you hear the bite sound effect? Tell me in chat. Thank you. So I'm just gonna hard mode arrow music. I'm a hardcore gamer, okay? So we gotta do hard mode right here. There we go. Synchronizes the arrows with the beat of the music. Fuck yes. I don't even care if we get copyrighted. I mean, this is gonna be like 8-bit 2002 internet version of like a U2 song. So I
know you're gonna dig this.
Okay. Oh, I see what this is. God damn it. That's what this is? I should have known. I should have known from the name. Goddamn jazz drummer, and I can't get these right. Please tell me the end. There we go. That's what I was looking for. This does not sync up with the music. You lied to me. Hold on. If the sound doesn't work and you guys aren't hearing anything, that'll make it so much worse. So if I fail, we don't crash into the building. That's gonna be really frustrating. Come on, get it right. There we go. Fuck yes. I'm hitting these correctly, and that's it. An explosion clip art PNG, and that's fucking it. Okay, way too loud. Okay, perfect. That means that the sound works. Let me actually test out. I'm gonna replay a part of the stream here. Dinner. Into the next one. Synchronizes the arrows with the beat of the music. Fuck yes. I don't even care. That is loud. I mean, this is gonna be like 8-bit 2. That is terrifying. Yeah, that is really loud. Okay, bite sound effects, sending this to the U.S. Marshals, perfect. Yeah, I was about to get recruited. They were about to buzz cut me, and I guess that's called off. So yeah, when it's actually connected to the mic/aux, how in the world would that even work? Advanced audio properties. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, because what's weird is the sound from whatever's on the internet here is also in mic/aux. So why is it mic/aux why can't I just make it mic and aux and adjust accordingly? Come on, man. Mic/aux. Okay. I'm looking at the advanced settings here. If it looks like I'm clicking on nothing, it's because I'm going into OBS and I'm trying to be nice to the viewers, you know? Because I imagine those 8-bit 2002 sound effects were very loud. Yeah, this game was shit. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. And I want to find something else. I want to find something else Bin Laden related that is more culturally relevant. Like, listen, I get it. This was a masterpiece, but we got to find something more tasteful. Terry, Culture of Death. How is it that? Okay, how about we just go into we gotta go real, like, to the core of the whole issue. There we go. Punch Bin Laden, shoot Bin Laden, bend over Bin Laden, kick Bin Laden. I mean, all 4 of these seem equally tantalizing. Come on, we gotta pick one though. Can we vote first person to name one of these? We're just gonna click on it. I'm patiently awaiting. I'm eagerly awaiting the chat verdict. Come on, you guys get on it. Type fast. Either that or I'm just gonna go on a number randomizer and we're just gonna fucking randomly select. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how to deal with the sound issue because, again, the only other adjustable thing here is just adjusting the screen capture thing. Maybe my voice is loud and I can just lower it like that. Does that work a little better? But again, the sound of my voice, like if the sound of the game is louder than my voice, there's literally nothing that can be done because there's no way to separate what goes on my computer. Maybe there's a way to. I'd have to go into my computer settings. That'd be a whole headache. Do a boxing match with E-Man. That is so irrelevant. You're supposed to pick which Bin Laden game we were supposed to play. All right, you know what? We're just gonna select a random number. Hey Siri, Name a random number between 1 and 4. 1? Great, we're going to be boring. We're just going to shoot Bin Laden. Do you take call-ins on this show? I mean, we could. Last time you tried to get me to commit a crime, which, of course, I tried to send Jack Daniels to you guys, but I think I got the address wrong. But just know the chat will be censored, so freedom of speech will not be perceptible, at least on stream playback, because I will not be able to look at or respond to chat. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for, thanks for making the choice after, like, literally 5 minutes after I asked. Yeah, no, you can call in. If you call in, I mean, I won't be able to see chat. That's my fair warning to you. So I'm just going to get busy here. I'm going to play Shoot Bin Laden, and if you want to call in, then you can. Oh, God, that is so loud. What if I just do that, right? Does that make sense? If I lower the volume here, does that mean that... Oh, shit. So tell me if that's any quieter, right? Ian, you have sensitive ears. I know you have ADHD or noise sensitivity or something. So if this is better, I know I can just lower, right? Does that make the audio significantly louder? Because I just lowered the volume and raised the volume on my actual computer. It might have just been as simple as that. Man, I've been managing this stream and shooting Bin Laden successfully, huh? 17 hits. We just prevented 17 9/11s. Oh, shut up. Shut up. 17 9/11s on my first try is pretty goddamn peachy. Maybe later, not at the beginning of the stream. That's true. Well, Dave is coming over at around 2:45, so just know, if you're thinking that the first 2 hours of the stream are just going to be the beginning, just know that you're in for a rude awakening, because we're going to be having a hard stop, because Dave and I have some business to attend to. All right, let's go for one more. I think I can get over 30, and I'm only using a trackpad, so I have a fair, I have a pretty fair handicap. Okay, you aren't even fucking ready. Fuck you, buddy. All with a trackpad. Keep note. So cut me a little bit of slack, but you don't need to. I'm kind of bossing it the fuck up right now. This is, when was this made? Oh shit! I was trying to look at the fucking. Son of a bitch. Again, trackpad. I don't think we're getting above 30 right now. That's fine, whatever. September 17th, 2001. Holy shit, look at that. You see, that's, maybe you guys don't find this as interesting as I do, but I mean, the fact that this was made 6 days after 9/11 happened, that's awesome. Like, come on, that's, gotta admit, that's cool. That makes it loud. It's fine right now. Okay, that's good. All right, so I have a bunch of tabs up here. We can return and play more Bin Laden games, but I have these tabs up. I have no idea. I'm just going to go here first, right? Because we had a conversation a little bit ago talking about... Can I go? That's the wrong thing. Hold on. There we go. Where we talked about how someone got canceled. And I've been dealing with this for a long time, and not dealing with it directly, but people have asked me, like, oh, if you were to somehow, by some stroke of insane luck, that would, I think, parallel the rules of the universe. You know, I certainly would be tempting fate if I were to take off in any capacity, which in some forms, including the Condom review and that video of us playing the Chinese jazz thing in that parking garage, like, yeah, technically, but not on a large scale. So if someone were to find out an old thing that I did, would it become a problem? And I think the power of clarification is very important. But I've always wondered, and my position has remained very, what's the word? Headstrong when it comes to cancel culture, because I've talked about this before. But when everyone exactly 1 week ago was freaking out about Tyler's old tweets, I want to just do this as a litmus test, because now, this is the wrong tab. If you search up his name, notice how little that discourse means now. He's coming to Fortnite 3 hours ago. Thanks, discussing film. I'm just going to scroll down here. Nothing. Oh, well, okay, well, here. Let me see. November 1st. Oh, this was 1 year ago. Again, we're just... my whole point about this the other day is that we are experiencing just kind of television rerun repeats of all this. So I think that this tweet and the big numbers it racks up might seem important, but I mean, fast forward to now, no one gives a shit. And I mean, you could also say I had someone tell me before, oh, it's because when someone's powerful and they have a powerful platform, they're unstoppable, and that's the real tragedy of all of this. And I'm just going, I don't know. I think if it really mattered truly to everybody, if this was a universal agreement that someone's past tweets were bad, we wouldn't be seeing this. We'd be seeing a lot more reform. And I'm just saying to anybody who even just raises an eyebrow at this stuff and considers it morally deplorable, I don't know. Just think about looking more into it, because this was just like a 30-second litmus test here. Another bad tweet from 20. Yeah. I mean, that's the unfortunate thing about Twitter. And the rest of this is just, I mean, I hate hip-hop Twitter anyways, so even when they're praising any rapper or when an artist releases a thing and it's trendy, it's all just annoying, unbearable. This is like GPT generated. Like, you had these two pictures just prepared so you could release this and get 149 likes. Congratulations. Okay, that's kind of cool. But, I mean, the rest of this, I don't know. I just think it seems so disposable. Imagine putting together this tweet and downloading this 4K image on your phone only to get 3 likes. I mean, I mean, I'm a hypocrite right now because this whole stream that I put probably more effort into racking together has, like, what, 3 viewers right now? Let's see. Being offended by Tyler says a lot about the person. I thought I was funny when he robbed a DJ Khaled of Billboard #1 spot. That was, like, what, 6 years ago? That's insane. I do remember someone said, so he called, what is her name? The eyelash lady? What is it? William Eyelash? Whatever. She made some songs. She's still popular. She topped this DJ Khaled fella, and Tyler's Igor topped the DJ Khaled fella. And he made he made this video in his convertible with his giant gut hanging out with flies buzzing around his belly button, his moist belly button. And he was talking about how when you go to a barber shop, you hear all... Let me actually... Why am I describing it when I could just find it? We got to go into web exploring mode. There. Come on. Please load. Mysterious music. That's what he called it. Where is it? There it is. It's such a funny video.
I gotta say this too.
His belly button is crazy.
Albums so people can play it and you actually hear it. You know, driving your car, you hear another car playing it. You know, go to the barbershop, you hear them playing it. You know, turn the radio on and you hear them playing it. You know, it's playing everywhere. It's called great music. It's called albums that you actually hear the songs.
His point would have been a lot more solid if in the background we could hear a song or something. I'm just hearing cars honking and stuff. I have never, by the way, I don't know if maybe his music is just unrecognizable. I don't think I've ever heard a DJ Khaled song playing from a barber shop or a car, but maybe I just haven't been on the right streets. There was one time where they were playing, what were they playing? They were playing some Tyler song from Goblin. They were playing that in someone's building. I don't think it was a small business. I think it was just someone's house and he had the window open. But, I mean, I heard that, so, I mean, you're...
Not no mysterious shit.
There you go. That's the line everybody was looking for. That's a good line. Hip-hop fans online in general is so bad. Yeah, try going to a classic 1960s rock and roll Twitter. You don't see the same shit there. I mean, I will say, the most unbearable fans are always Beatles fans. Let me see. The Beatles. If I just look up whatever's going on Twitter, it's also atrocious. I just think fans, just enjoying art and expressing it publicly on the internet, it's for the birds. What does this even mean? Are you telling me to listen to Temporary Secretary by Paul McCartney? Why would I ever waste my time doing that? This is just the Beatles Earth, the official, as opposed to what? The Beatles Mars? Yeah, they're just cyber stalking these people and just randomly reposting shit. And listen, nothing against the artists themselves, but again, I just think maybe Twitter's the wrong place to go if you like art. Just stick to Spotify, you know? But yeah, I found that interesting. Also, because we occasionally, I mean, I think I've said this before, we don't get as political on here as we should. And this has been on my mind. This has been on my radar. This has been on everyone's radar. And when I bring this up and when I pop this tab up on my computer, people are going to be very annoyed because they've heard well enough about this probably. But I want to hear people's thoughts. Or if that won't happen, I want people to at least hear my thoughts. New music is so bad. That is what Beatles Twitter is like, unfortunately. Happy streams to you. Hey, thanks for catching it. I'm glad you actually make these streams, you know. Not make them as in make them work. That's only partially true, but you are able to show up, you know, even if for a small cameo. Let's see. Am I missing anything? You have clips of you saying the F slur, little bro. You gone. What F slur? Febreze? I'm trying to think of words that begin with the letter F. I'm drawing a blank right now. Okay, let's get these terrible tweets off of this computer screen. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so I think everybody knows about this, but I think discourse about this because it's about a controversial political figure. It's so weird, and I'm just gonna go on here. I think I've seen this clip before. Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Someone who provided info the caller when he showed it.
Oh, this woman. I don't know who this woman is. All I know is, okay, so anybody who doesn't know the context behind this whole, what is this, the Collargate thing, which, by the way, that's not even a picture of the actual dog, but I don't even want to get into the fandom of these streamers because it's so ass. I will say I am technically a streamer now. I mean, anyone who can just stream live and ramble about nothing for longer than 20 minutes is, I guess, technically a streamer, but I found this very interesting because this Hasan Piker fella has been talking so big on the internet, and then the information comes out, and that information involving his neglect of an animal, I find to be irrefutable, you know? So, and listen, I totally abuse animals all the time too, but hey, you never see me parading them around in the back of the stream. All we have is the iconic waffle balloon. That's all we have, so let's see. Okay, great. Nothing to catch up on. But all I know is that there was a whole thing where he released a video where he taped over the top of the big shock nodules, and she denied that, say, separating those nodules with a pair of pliers is a thing that you can do. And then, of course, this woman is copyright striking anyone who shares a video. Not surprising. I'm just going to do a casual scroll through.
Take out the contact points and put electrical tape over it. I watched the same clip. There's no tape. And you can't.
Oh yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about.
You cannot cut the prongs off of a man. That's what I'm saying. The cope is so hard with a lot of people on this.
A few moments later.
I hate the edits. You don't need to do that, but that's fine.
Like the electric prongs are taken out of it.
But here's my thing, right?
Oh, I don't want to watch any more of this.
That's good. I think that if she didn't take this tweet down, I think our YouTube live stream is safe, especially because no one's watching this right now, so I think we should be fine. Again, even when it comes to just like, even if I happen to agree, dog abuser says what? Hashtag free Kaya, I guess that's the name of the dog. All of this Twitter discourse is so annoying. It's so bad. I mean, I agree, but at what cost? It's just, you put effort into putting this together. It looks so bad. I will say the only funny image is the one of him with the CGI Spider-Man 2 electric bolt shocking his dog, and you can see the skeleton. Like that was an awesome photo. I think that's a picture for the ages. So I in fact made that the thumbnail of this live stream as a placeholder because I couldn't think of anything else. Let's look at what else is open on here. Oh God, why did I have this open? It's because I found the clip funny. Okay.
By the way, I'd be happy to answer the question about whether or not
this guy, Harry Sisson. I've been seeing his Twitter account on the internet for a very long time, but
high-ranking them.
I'm blowing my load, by the way. We're already halfway through, but
has used this rhetoric. Who is Kamala Harris?
I know. I want you to answer all the questions. I want you to answer all the questions.
I have a question for you. Who is Kamala Harris? Wait. Answer all.
I don't know who this guy is.
the questions
I don't care about anything except the clip that's about to happen, all right? I want to see his face
I
contort.
just gave you. And can you name me
I'm
when
answering your
Kamala
first
Harris
question.
said that
This is your
Donald Trump
first
is
question.
Hitler?
Who was
When
so
did
here
Kamala
it
Harris?
is.
Great.
Is
When
Kamala
did Kamala Harris call
Harris
Donald
last
Trump
year a
Hitler?
high-ranking Democrat when she was
When
the
did
party
Kamala
nominee?
Harris call Donald Trump Hitler?
October
Last
of
October.
2024, Kamala Harris said on the campaign trail, Donald Trump vowed to be a dictator on day one. His former chief
Wait,
of staff
can we zoom in?
said he wanted generals like Hitler's. Donald Trump openly admires dictators, including Adolf Hitler. Last October, that was said on the campaign trail from the
So
Democrat
Kamala
nominee.
Harris said this
Yeah.
during the campaign, during the closing days
exactly.
of the campaign. It was
Yeah,
her final
exactly.
campaign pitch. Is that high
Exactly,
enough
because-
ranking for you? You guys
wait,
you
wait.
supported her for president.
Exactly, because there have been
So the
reports that
person that
Donald
you
Trump
supported
kept.
for president
Wait,
is
just
someone
relax.
who
Wait,
was
wait.
campaigning
Hold
against-
on. Just calm down.
calling Trump
Stop talking.
Jack,
And
take
she's
a
not-
You're
breather.
so
Shut-
disingenuous when you bring this stuff up. You
Wait,
can't,
wait,
you can't even
guys,
acknowledge the fact that your own candidate was on
relax.
the campaign. She's got a
Stop.
video about it. It's on her Facebook, or it's on
Well,
her
let me
Twitter
offer
page.
Jack, you
one.
said-
Let me offer one here, which is Hillary
Wait,
Clinton.
can I-
Hillary Clinton literally compared Trump's rally in Ohio last week to Nazi leader Adolf Hitler's speeches. Speaking of the
Wait,
Texas
let me just
Tribune
work.
Festival in
Everybody,
Austin, she made reference to
you keep-
Hitler's speeches, which saw
All I wanted to see was that one clip. There it is. Can I screen capture that? Thank you. Yeah, there we go. Might be the next thumbnail, perhaps. Again, this is just a rewind. This is a rewind of the last week. This is what we were missing when we were at Speech and Debate, all right? A little bit of a Speech and Debate tournament was happening in live time with millions of viewers, and as you can see, the Gov team was having a rough time, but that's such a good clip. I will say, he's a member of these groups of political pundits, and they're very good at kind of maintaining their positions, and they want no refutations to come out alive on the other side. And what I mean by that very word salad statement is he doesn't want to look bad. He doesn't want to look bad in public anywhere. And so when he gets, and if you go around and you're copying these ridiculous politically absolutist positions, you will inevitably land in a corner. You're inevitably going to be trapped, and it's not his fault, he's arguing an impossible position. And I believe the position is, from what I know, unless I'm missing context, in lieu of the Charlie Kirk stuff, right? Which doesn't even need explaining. All I know is that there is a claim that the political left is making. A lot of claims that the political right is making, I think, are also absolutist, also a problem. But a big one is that there is no evidence of the political left encouraging, supporting, or, say, being at least mildly complicit in political violence, acts of political terror. And what I'm saying, and what I said in an Instagram story a long-ass time ago, is that this is what fucking happens when you dehumanize half of your nation over a period of years. For years, they insinuated that this is akin to the uprising in early 20th century Germany. And when you do that repeatedly, you get a bunch of people, some wannabe vigilantes, some discount Batman, who want to get their weapons and think that they're the protagonist and stage an uprising. I get it. I understand each individual position, but if you zoom out and look at the whole elephant rather than a tiny little wrinkly elephant penis in this epic metaphor I came up with just now, you'll notice that the whole elephant, you can see a structural problem, and also a rhetoric problem with the way the Democrat Party is dealing with it. I had a discussion with someone earlier about how the Democratic Party, there's a way to counter a lot of the ridiculousness happening on the other side, but when they refused to hold open primaries and just shoved Biden and Kamala right in front, that was extremely undemocratic, for one, a party that is named the Democratic Party, and also a group of people who made a huge point out of saving democracy or countering the one guy, who we're talking about, who was supposedly endangering democracy. Isn't that a little fucking weird? So that was strange. I'm not sure if I really am on board with either party in respect to all of these weird ass discussions where everyone here looks bad. This guy is a try-hard. This guy is trying harder, and also he's so funny in this one clip. This guy's probably homeless. He's probably not even a member of the network. He's just some guy who was living in a box that they picked up. She's an AI-generated video, and this guy, you know who he is. He's British, and he's annoying. But I will say, If Piers Morgan's existence has resulted in one fruitful thing, it's this epic clip.
Openly admires dictators, including Adolf Hitler.
It's funny every time I see it. It's the way he wiggles around. He does not. Yeah, he's so pissed.
Kamala Harris said on the campaign trail, Donald Trump vowed to be.
Because he remains steadfast in his position, as he always does, and he really fucked up on this one. I mean, you guys can tell me if I or these annoying people are missing something.
Was Kamala Harris last year a high-ranking Democrat when she was
When did Kamala
nominee?
Harris call Donald Trump Hitler?
October
Last
of 2024, Kamala Harris said on the campaign trail, Donald Trump vowed to be a dictator on day one. His former chief of staff said he wanted generals like Hitler's. Donald Trump openly admires dictators,
so
including
fucked.
Adolf
That's
Hitler.
such an
Last
epic
October,
clip.
that was said on
Oh
the
my
campaign
God.
trail from the Democrat
Kamala Harris said
nominee.
this.
Now, if you ask me, all of this bullshit that has been treaded over a million times is so much less funny and entertaining than this clip. This one little clip. I don't even care what the fuck they're talking about.
During the
This is
campaign,
timeless.
closing days of the
exactly.
campaign. It was her final campaign pitch.
I hope no one's on this stream. I hope nobody minds if I just repeat this clip one more time. It's so fucking
said
funny.
he wanted generals like Hitler's. Donald Trump openly admires dictators.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. I don't want to hear this woman talk no more, but that's good. Are there any funny memes happening about, I want to see more edits. Who the fuck is this guy? Because I just looked up Harry Sisson Piers Morgan clip. Okay, yeah, you're not going to get any memes here. Okay, if I just stick with his name. There we go. Mr. Gecko, dude, we missed you. And everyone else missed you. Dude, people came onto the stream, and as a matter of fact, they all missed you. Scroll up through chat. Brian, you're no longer dumb. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so happy that, I guess I don't know what I did, but I started the stream, and now I'm less retarded than I was before. Thank you, Mr. Gecko. I'm saved. I don't know what that means. I never know what you're saying, but it's okay, because we love you all the same, Mr. Gecko. Welcome. Where's the thing? Welcome to the stream, or welcome back to the stream, I should say. We're just shooting the shit over here. I found a bunch of, it's not like I found, these tabs are already open. It was not meant for the stream, and in the spirit of full transparency, I figured I'd just go through them, because I'm not just going to have these tabs open and not acknowledge them. This is the new trailer for, I'm sure you guys know about Breaking Bad. It's Vince Gilligan's new TV show, and it's not even connected to the Breaking Bad universe no more. He's doing a whole new thing. I feel like it's too good to be true, but I don't know. It looks good. It looks good. It doesn't sound good because they're doing the stupid trailer formula thing where they have a pause before a punchline. That sucks. Mr. Gecko misses his son. Well, hey, listen. I hope you can tune out here because your son may be gone, but listen, we have the new Pluribus trailer. And tell me if this looks like a good show or not. I'd say probably from the trailer alone, it would just look like a typical bullshit show. But I know Vince Gilligan's writing it, right? That has to be a good sign. And I briefly saw this on Twitter, like maybe a week ago. Yes, that alone is such a great sell.
Good morning, Carol. Is there anything we could do to cheer you up?
See, I just don't like the music editing. Every time I watch a movie or a trailer, the way the music comes in, you got to time it right. If you don't time it right, it just sounds like they're trying to replace a laugh track with music. Just wait. They didn't do it here, but they'll do it soon. The only thing I really remember is that Kim Wexler's in this. The show looks good, and the music was annoying. Just wait. Right, yeah, and the whole point is that this woman is unhappy, and she thinks that she needs to save the world from happiness, and that's already interesting. That sounds uplifting. Like Vince Gilligan always manages to pull off, just to really... I feel like the music might fuck us here. What if I just do that? Well, no, we have to show you how bad the music editing is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk over the whole thing in spurts.
Hey, Carol.
We just want you to be happy.
Can I ask a question?
Certainly. What would you like to know?
How do I reverse all this?
That's a good question. Where did everyone go? I will say... I played Bin Laden Shooting Simulator, and then we talked briefly about Tyler getting canceled and how it doesn't matter, because, again, this was just all the tabs that were open, And a couple people had to go circumstantially, and other people were like, what the hell is this? And then they dipped. The point of the talking hole, by the way, is there are many different holes we can dive into. This is the fourth one because this is the fourth talking hole live stream. Also, I'm not even in web exploring mode. What the fuck? Sorry. You didn't even see any of that. But yeah, we've been doing this, and we've been going through these tabs in order, including like this really annoying Collargate thing that no one will shut up about. And it's also just weird popular streamer culture, which I am kind of ashamed I'm even talking about. But it is kind of interesting. I couldn't not talk about it, especially because the discourse surrounding it is so like unequivocally fucked. And then of course, no one wants to hear about Harry Sisson, but we watched that Piers Morgan clip where he was just going through these weird default Skyrim facial expression settings. It's like it was like an RNG number system randomizing facial expressions. He started having a schizo freak out after he ended up getting a little embarrassed. He made a claim. The claim was refuted cleanly, and he had a bit of a freak out on a public broadcast. So I think after going through all of these treacherous tabs, I think everybody left. Reasonably so, which is okay. My policy is I do this stream for myself. For our first couple of streams, by the way, we got very lucky because we managed to do some activities and get into some topics and engage in some camaraderie that was very sweet, and also the algorithm snagged on to the first couple streams and made it quite popular. I was surprised. I don't know where all of those weird, maybe they were all AI generated, but all of these ladies came in and started talking about my hair. It was weird. I think the algorithm just kind of gave us a bit of a lucky break that first week. So what we have right here, right now, sometimes it might be a little more of an intimate one-on-one type stream, right? Gecko, it's just you and me. I'm kind of still figuring things out, not only when it comes to technology, but also when it comes to, like, how do we plan this? Because I think that, like, 2 weeks ago, that last Sunday stream was an example of under-planning. And I don't know yet, but I think there is a version of this stream that you could say could qualify as over-planning. I think if you over-plan a bunch of stuff and just schizophrenically go through subjects and talk about it, I think that works. You can make it work. You just have to pace it out. And I'm still working on pacing it because not eating paper while streaming is so new to me. I've never done it like this before. And I knew it was going to be rough, and I knew it was going to be weird. I think after the first couple streams, they went so well that I expected every stream to go like those. And of course, they didn't. So I was surprised, even though no one initially, your hair's bad, don't listen to them. That's what I've been saying. You know, keep note, this was 2 weeks ago. My hair was a little shorter and had, I believe, like 15% less grease in it. So you'd have to play it back to really get a good judge or a good indicator on how bad my hair was. But yeah, I think again, it's just a learning process. And again, the outcome is determined by the expectation. Like, I was not expecting for this stream to be anything. I'm expecting to have it just be maybe an hour and a half of me talking to myself. And even though no one's on the stream, people came in and we had 6 viewers at one point, which, whoa, international fame. We went through these tabs and it was a little schizophrenic and people left. I'm totally okay with that. Like, I was expecting for the stream to be that anyways. But these are things that fascinate me personally. It's not just me playing Happy Wheels because it's the only game that can be played online without Flash, you know? Like, I just find this stuff interesting, and I'm genuinely excited for this TV show, you know? Not to be a basic bitch over here, but I did watch Severance, and with the exception of one episode, I liked it. I thought it was excellent storytelling, and I am a big fan of stories and stories being told. So when I see this trailer, knowing that it's the guy who made Breaking Bad and his last achievement was Better Call Saul, one of the greatest shows in recent memory, I don't know, man. I'm not seeing enough wide open discourse about Pluribus, the Apple TV original show, which it's the same mega corporation that made Severance, and it's the same guys that made Breaking Bad. I think that this could be an all-timer. So when you guys are seeing this trailer, this is not just some random-ass thing that just so happened to pop up on my YouTube recommended. This is what could be an all-timer, the next Severance, the next Breaking Bad. TV shows, I don't know if you guys watch those. Hi, bro, hi, Gigi. Just ignore that guy. Most likely a troll. What guy? There's so many guys in this stream. I think you mean Mr. Gecko. He is a troll, but, I mean, in my opinion, he's one of the good ones. In case you guys want a bit of a rewind on what we've done so far, you know, like the beginning of a TV show. Previously on keeping up with the Epsteins. We played Bin Laden Shooting Simulator on Newgrounds, and this is because we wanted to take a little history lesson. Because Newgrounds, I found out on accident, it's been around since 1995, so you were able to see in real time internet responses to 9/11, and of course, you could play masterpieces like this. September 20th, 2001, literally fucking 9 days after 9/11 happened, someone decided to make this. This is how beautiful the internet is. And you can't even see shit because it's a 2001 internet game, so it's like, oh boy. And there's no sound. Great. I'm not a troll, I'm a gecko, it's okay. How do you always have topics to talk about in every stream? Well, I mean, sometimes people find that to be the problem, you know? How do you even play this? Where's the punch button? I'm pressing space, return, shift, no? Great, it's just a JPEG now. Genuine question, how do you always have topics to talk about? Well, I guess one way to answer that... Shit, that's the wrong thing. Hold on. I think one way to answer that is because so much stuff happens in the world, it can be overwhelming to many, including myself. But it always can be talked about. You just have to find what scientists would call sortals, way to divide the stuff that's easy to talk about and the other shit that's hard to talk about, so we're not even going to bother unless we really get bogged down in the information and we get passionate about it. You kind of look like Adriana Lima. All right, let's deviate from the plan a little bit and let's figure out what the hell's going on with Adriana Lima, because not that I care, but whenever someone makes a comparison point between me and someone who has a name, I'm always curious. Like Lima Bean. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my god, I'm so offended. That's so fucked up. This doesn't even look like a real person. I mean, I'm just gonna assume you mean this picture. Yeah, I'd say the cheekbones kind of resemble. Of course, I have those lovely buck teeth. That is me. Hashtag relatable, hashtag resemblance. Hashtag fuck you, I don't look like that. Oh god, I don't know, man. I just got done with this whole film festival thing. I volunteered at a film festival, and this film festival was the San Diego International Film Festival. Unfortunately, the LA type still spilled over and leaked into this damn film festival, because anytime any sort of semblance of, say, cinema culture or fame culture is involved, and at a film festival, you know it always is, you just get these tryhards, you get these women that are like 90% plastic, and I don't even know where the fuck they come from, and their personalities, they live their whole lives acting like actual mannequins. They aren't even real. These people aren't fucking real, and I just can't believe that these people exist, in short. And I just got done volunteering for all that, and I'm just so sick of that personality. I'm sure this Adriana Lima person is lovely, but she kind of looks like one of them. I'm just gonna say it. I already deleted the tab. We rewatched this. This is all old news, by the way. We're rinse, washing, and repeating a bunch of old shit that already happened, if you're wondering why we find new subjects. But I've just been schizophrenically going through a bunch of shit no one wants to hear about anymore. The Tyler getting canceled thing, which I think is just stupid, and I just hate hip-hop Twitter. Like, what the fuck is this? Even when things are going right on hip-hop Twitter, the most annoying people are tweeting the most annoying shit. What is this? An iCarly meme? To refer to, it's I don't know. There's nothing, if I say the words out loud, it doesn't sound wrong, but, I mean, just look at these tweets. This is a real thing someone tweeted, and 149 people agreed. I don't even care if I agree with what they're saying, just the way it's being said is so annoying. Just be a real person, and just type a complete sentence. They, like, formatted this. This is just a meme template. Get the fuck out of here. And of course, what's even more annoying is this. It's just because I found this clip of this lady who was copyright striking anybody who reposted literally a raw clip of her stream making a claim that all of the claims against Mr. Piker are fake. And then they found out that actually, in fact, that's not true. She found out by watching this clip in real time. And now, not just according to this AI-generated account, but she genuinely is copyright striking anyone who's making claims against her. Not copyright claims, as in literal claims about her content and how she rebutted her own fucking claim. Wait, when did he get canceled? Well, oh, by the way, Kitty, new viewer alert. Where's my thing? Here it is. Kitty, welcome, new viewer, thank you. We appreciate you coming back, right? Because you asked about how I always have topics to talk about, meaning this ain't your first Talking Hole rodeo. You've probably been on a paper reading live stream before too. Yeah, he got canceled. Well, he didn't get canceled. He's still around. You know, he didn't evaporate because of Twitter. But there are people who just found his old content, his old tweets, and they're pretending as if it's over. For two things they're pretending. That it's morally deplorable and that's the end of the conversation, which we all know that the world's more complicated and interesting than that. And two, it's the end for him, you know? People were reposting these stupid speed memes of him going like, and it's Tyler when he sees how his career's over after people discovering an old album he made where he said the word faggot. And then people are pretending like it's a big deal. And what I said on Instagram on the day of, and I'm a little late to the party on this stream, but I was not late on Instagram because I posted a story about it. What I said was, you think that this is mattering, you're wasting your breath and you're deflating the value of your own words right now, because in a week, everything you've said has already been said before, and people already know that the role that Tyler played in, 2012 was he just wanted to be so much of a troll contrarian. He didn't believe in half the shit he was saying. He was Alex Jonesing the fuck out of everybody in media. And it didn't matter. And people, to even call him out for any of his behavior was to feed into the machine and to prove his point. Doesn't mean that he's above criticism. In fact, I remember I started that story off by saying I think his head as an artist has gotten a little big. If you notice, ever since Igor, specifically a tweet he made when Igor came out and he went, hey, I wasn't expecting y'all to like this album so much. And then after that, especially when he was doing the whole Chromacopia rollout, and I didn't think that album was that great. I'm never going back to listen to that ever again. Wasn't bad, but certainly was not good. And I'm interested to hear you guys' opinions on that. I definitely think that he really has Kanye'd himself. He really, for a guy who unfollowed Kanye, he's really starting to morph into the shape of Kanye. I'm seeing some pretty weird behavior from him, and I'm like, yeah, he really does think that he's the shit now and that he can make anything and people will just follow him. This new Tap the Glass album has good parts to it. There's not a single song I'd listen to, though. It's probably one of his worst projects he's ever made. So, anyways, I think that him and all the discourse surrounding him is a little annoying, but don't worry, because there's a light at the end of the tunnel, because I'm genuinely excited about this. I'm excited about two things right now. Actually, three things. I changed my mind. Begonia, new Yorgos Lanthimos movie. He's the guy who made Poor Things. Artsy-fartsy shit, but it's genuinely great cinema. When I worked at a cinema, at the Cinépolis movie theater, there were people who went in to see Poor Things, and the best movie they liked was Transformers 3, and they came out of this horny, artsy-fartsy, weird-ass movie, and they genuinely enjoyed their time there. And he's coming out with this movie about a conspiracy theorist who thinks that a tech CEO is an alien, so he kidnaps her. Come on, that's hilarious. So we're going to be seeing that next Tuesday, and I might release a review for that on this channel. And, but I hope that answered your question about Tyler getting canceled. It happens every other month. No one cares. And I'm just amazed it's because people like traction. In fact, I think that it's the same. When I'm talking about people not believing what's coming out of their own mouths or their own keyboards, I think this also applies here. Because I see tons of people tweeting stuff because they know they're going to get possibly traction, algorithm favor, and money from it. You know, not every single person is going to get financial benefit, but when there's financial incentive to social media, you'll have these moments where you're like, oh, I can't believe this person thought this genuinely and then tweeted it. And that's not true. They probably don't believe it. They're just doing it just so they can enrage people. You know, we've been through this before. So, to be fair, me talking about it and then getting angry about it on Instagram was probably creating more of a problem than a solution. But what solution is there, huh? Just shut down these websites. You know, cut the router on what is it? At the X headquarters. But yeah, I'm excited about this. The trailer, the music editing is not my favorite, but that's okay. Because I'm sure whoever edited the show did not edit the trailer. But I don't know who this guy is, and I don't know who this fella is, but...
Rest assured, Carol, we will figure out what makes you different.
Figure it out, why?
So you can join us.
What the
See, I hate that. I hate when they do the punchline music editing. If you go to any comedy movie in a movie theater, or actually a kids movie, because a lot of the kids movies do this too. You know, I'm just so over that the checklist item that they always tell trailer editors to put in, where they have music and then it cuts out. That was weird. This summer, I've said it before, and I've said it a dozen times, and on this stream I'll say it once more, a 13th time. It never makes me interested. It's just them trying to do a laugh track without actually having a laugh track in there. But I think it's interesting. I think that this show genuinely looks interesting. Again, I'm speaking mostly about just my singular gripe with it. It looks good. I don't know the context of any of these clips, but it's got high production value. Look at all that. Let's see if we can mix that sound a little lower.
Heaven and earth to make you happy.
Like, what sort of story progression could you possibly... I mean, she's going to be miserable the whole show. We'll see how fun that is to watch. I think there's also plot elements that are not going to be revealed to us. So when this comes out, I'm interested to see what's actually going to happen, because as a concept, I don't know how they're going to like create a progression with this. They're gonna find a way, but it'll be really interesting to see. So I'm excited to see this show. Not enough people are talking about it, and it's gonna happen. When is this gonna premiere? November 7th. Let's do the math here. It's November 1st right now. That's incredible. I'm actually really happy about that. I don't know who the one viewer who's left on here is, but I think you have not been here at the beginning of the stream, so you don't know that the reason we didn't stream last week is because the Mesa Speech and Debate team had our big tournament. It was all day for 3 days straight, including both days of the weekend. But I was able to get a cool trophy, and a lot of other people won too. I call it the Mesa Sweep, because Mesa swept the award ceremony. You know, this speech and debate tournament had a bunch of hoity-toity, foo-foo four-year colleges, and they made a big, hairy deal out of the fact that, I don't know, like Yale wasn't there, but there were some weird Yale-equivalent four-year schools who were participating in the speech and debate tournament, and yet some dusty-ass community college from low-down Claremont was able to pull off so many awards. We got so many people winning awards, not just me, but these two people, Kyla and... What the fuck? Come on, I'm not gonna cheat. I know his name. I have said it. Vihan. Yeah, these two got gold in debate, which is beautiful. Acacia and I, shout out Acacia. We got bronze in debate. There was a family accident that happened, so we had to forfeit right after we qualified for final rounds. And that trophy right there, these two are incredible at what they do, but they did not win this trophy. The whole college won this trophy because of the pure amount of speaker points or speaker placements that this college racked up. I believe it was second place out of all the colleges that applied there. And that's just how damn good a dusty-ass community college can be. And shout out to Natan. He won a $3,000 scholarship that he's not going to use, but, you know, the fact that he won it, that's symbolic. So, shout out to that if people want to know why I wasn't here last week. And the final tab I have open, I don't know what this is. I just went on Twitter trending and just saw what's there, and I had to click on this. JD Vance embraces Fat JD meme and oh yeah, right, because we've all seen the photo. It's the thing that the guy got detained for on his iPhone. And he's just, lol, I'm the meme now. So this is the picture, huh? Jesus Christ, 470 likes. He kind of looks like it, honestly. I mean, if I didn't know any better, even after having seen the big-cheeked photo, he should have stuffed, like, marshmallows in his cheeks. That would have made it so much funnier. But he's a political figure, so he's got to be boring. But, yeah, I mean, I'm seeing it, kind of. It's just, he could have gone further. I don't know, just get a couple big distended testicles, you know, get Bo's testes and just shove them in your cheeks right there. But, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of seeing it. And you know JD Vance is looking at this. That's how weird politics is. You know, the divide. People are saying, there's a claim right now saying that the distance between the big rich CEOs and the politicians and the average working class man or woman has become greater in distance. I mean, maybe financially, but in terms of dialogue, absolutely not. In what other historical context could a random nobody post a picture like this and have it get seen by the famous politician in question? You know JD Vance saw this. Also, congrats on being Brian Case and also not being a virgin and being classified as a non-virgin. Thank you. We're constantly rebranding the channel and evolving it, making it into a new thing. We were glad that you appreciate kind of the cultural malleability of this channel. New name every week. Yes, the screams echo from the void, where echo chambers collapse under scrutiny. They're the cries of narratives unraveling, demanding we listen beyond the distortion. What's your take on the source? That's incredible. Just mention Grok and don't even give a prompt, and it'll just say something. What if I don't even need to put anything down. What if I just mention Grok and then don't say anything, right? At Grok, nothing. What could it possibly say? Come on, give me something, anything. Elon Musk laughing. Yeah, okay, fuck you. But yeah, I think, again, I am not anti-Vance. I'm not anti-politician. I'm actually quite neutral on all of it. I've been branded as a Trump sympathist because I've acknowledged a lot of his actions that I believe have benefited the country, and I have some values that people consider conservative, but I'm always going to look at shit like this, and I know what you all are trying to do. You know someone got detained for having this, the photo of the original on his iPhone, you know? So you don't pretend like you're just going to dress up as the meme and people are just suddenly going to give you a bunch of winks and give you a fucking medal. But yes, I'm glad it's coming out. It's me, Brian. I've been here. Mr. Gecko, we thought you were dead. I mean, you kept saying you exploded, and after all these fake outs and the fact that you exhausted all 9 of your lives, you still have more in the chamber. I'm glad that you can still be here and be present. Thank you. It makes us feel so much better. I just want to go through the responses here. These aren't costumes, lol. Walls. That's what J.D. Vance looked like back in the day? Look at that. He looks like the kid in high school that would make your life hell for like a month before he'd get suspended, then you'd never see him again. He looks incredibly annoying. Yeah, I've said this before, and I remember I had a discussion with a professor in my college about this. People think that this is going to continue and it's going to be an endless cycle. 65% of Trump voters are Apprentice fans. Once Trump is out of the picture, be it from cardiac arrest, if he just drops dead one day, which is feasible, or he just decides to not run, which I think, despite his rhetoric, is a high possibility. This unique form of politics that we're seeing begins and ends with Trump. Even when he wasn't president in between his 2 terms, you were seeing him really fuel so much of this. Once he's out of politics, it won't just change like that. It's not like flipping a light switch. But politics is about to be very different because, again, Trump's cult of personality, his very unique cult of personality, is the reason why any of this is happening. Do you think this fucking guy... Wait, I forgot to switch. Hold on. Do you think that this fucking guy is capable of amassing, through, say, a TV show like The Apprentice, the same fanfare Trump has? No. Never gonna happen, ever. Like, even if he tries to run in Trump's place, he will not get any amount of recognition politically that Trump has gotten. Even during Trump's worst hour, when his entire voter base turned on him because of the Epstein shit. Like, that stuff, like, I mean, the way I see it, his launching of the Apprentice TV show many decades ago was the real beginning of his presidential campaign. Because those are the fans that he amassed with that show. Those were the fans that are still with him. Those are the loyalists, you know. And that's the power of personality. Personality goes a long way. We can talk about policies and effect on the nation and logic all day long. But when it comes to who you're going to vote for, the majority of the nation will pick personality over all else. And that is the beauty of what the current situation Trump's created is really showing us. I think it's beautiful. And I thank Trump for that. Thank you. You're disrespecting a future U.S. Army soldier looking ass Vance. I mean, I think that he has admirable qualities. I'm sure he has a mother who loves him, but this picture and him in that interview, man, the other day, none of it looks good. He's got, like, anti-charisma. Say what you want about Trump. You just rewatch the 2016 debate. Actually, fuck it. We're just going to look at it ourselves. 2016 debate clip. Because, man, if you want to see, like, it's really been a regression past this point. But people forget, because Trump is really not... he's not been persuasive, especially as of recent. But like, he was such a troll. And also, keep note, he was not expecting to even land in the presidential position. All he wanted to do was to troll as a publicity stunt and then get the fuck out of there.
And I want to talk about taxes, the fundamental...
Such a different era, too, man. I know everybody's been saying it, IRL and on Twitter, but I miss 2016 so much. I was in middle school. I was watching MLG Shrek videos. You could show a prolapsed asshole on YouTube without getting taken down, and this was happening. It was beautiful.
The difference between the two of you concerns the wealthy. Secretary Clinton, you're calling for a tax increase in the wealthiest Americans. I'd like you to further defend that. And Mr. Trump, you're calling for tax cuts for the wealthy. I'd like you to defend that. And this next 2-minute answer goes to you, Mr. Trump.
Well, I'm really calling for major jobs because the wealthy are going to create tremendous jobs. They're going to...
I'd like to keep note, 2 things. Notice how, I know everybody called him orange back then. He's not orange here. He's no more orange than she is. So I'd like for you all to just notice the regression of Trump. Both physically and mentally. Notice how his speech is a lot more, for lack of a better word, I don't know, fucking normal here. The guy actually knew what he was doing. He had a clear objective in mind, and he was going to pursue it at any cost. And he just wanted to troll, man. He just wanted to troll and disrupt, which you can call it non-constructive, but look at recent clips of him speaking, or even just a clip of him putting a piece of candy on top of a marshmallow's head on Halloween. He gets more, yeah. No, I think people forget that he's an actual, like, kind of normal person here. And I would like to highlight, just ever since he became president, he has regressed. I don't know.
Expand their companies. They're going to do a tremendous job. I'm getting rid of the carried interest provision. And if you really look, it's not a tax.
It's 17 minutes long. Okay, he does talk for a very long time, but let's just go to most replayed. And if this is the clip I think it is, then, you know.
To make the contributions we should be making to rebuild the middle class. I don't think top-down works in America. I think building the middle class, investing in the middle class, making college debt-free so more young people can get their education, helping people...
Fuck, I just fucked it up. Hold on.
And I want to talk about...
I just want to see the clip here.
Making college debt-free so more young people can get their education, helping people refinance their debt from college at a lower rate. Those are the kinds of things that will really boost the economy. Broad-based, inclusive growth is what we need in America, not more advantages for people at the very top.
Because you'll
Mr. Trump, typical politician, all talk, no action, sounds good, doesn't work, never going to happen. Our country is suffering because people like Secretary Clinton have made such bad decisions in terms of our jobs and in terms of what's going on. Now, look,
he doesn't even need to elaborate, you know, just the way he went about it, simple, to the point. I mean, to be honest, she was kind of convincing, but I mean, it feels like I'm being lectured by my grandma. It's not even about who's right anymore. It's just about who talk funnier, you know? And that was the real fun part. I want to say though, like, this clip, you can see the red bar because I've seen it before. This clip is very illuminating, for lack of a better word, because after all of the hoopla everybody was saying about Trump and Clinton, I like this clip where they were asked by the debate moderator to name one positive thing about each other, and I just love both of their answers. Just check this shit, because it's...
We've sneaked in one more question, and it comes from Carl Becker.
Good evening. My question to both of you is, regardless of the current rhetoric,
I would like to highlight, actually, now that I'm looking at it. This guy is insane looking. This needs to be the real newspaper headline. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. We got to get to the actual clip.
Is, regardless of the current rhetoric, would either of you name one positive thing that you respect in one another?
Good question. Very good question.
Mr. Trump, would you like to go first?
Well,
Mr. Trump, would you like to go first? Clinton goes, no, I'll go first. Classic.
Will,
classic
because,
Clinton.
I think that's a very fair and important question. Look, I respect his children. His children are incredibly
She even gets a fucking chuckle from the audience. They know that it's bullshit from the moment it comes out of her green lips.
able and devoted, and I think that says a lot about Donald. I don't agree with nearly anything else he says or does, but I do respect that, and I think that is something that as a mother and a grandmother is very important to me. So I believe that this election has become in part so conflict-oriented, so intense, because there's a lot at stake. This is not an ordinary time. And
Why is everybody in the audience in this debate look so funny? Like, who is this? There are lots of Asians in my neighborhood. I've never seen a single one that looks like that. Everyone, just the shape of everyone's head in this clip is crazy. 2016 was so different. Oh, I miss it. People looked funny. People talked funny. Everything was funny.
This is not
Sorry. All right.
an ordinary election. We are going to be choosing
it is extraordinary.
a president who will set policy for not just 4 or 8 years, but...
Oh yeah, new viewer. It's probably Mr. Gecko again, but just in case. They were asked to name one positive thing about each other, and...
because of some of the important decisions we have to make here at home and around the world, from the Supreme Court to energy and so much else. And so there is a lot at stake. It's one of the most consequential...
Yeah, and she's not even talking about Trump anymore. She's just looping it back around to her stupid thesis statement that this is important, blah, 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 blah. As true as it may have been, to a degree, I think it's very disingenuous. Again, this is why she did not rack up votes. That and also... Pokemon Go to the polls.
Elections that we've had. And that's why I've tried to put forth specific...
Okay, listen, just get to Trump and what he was saying. Because he had a very interesting response, especially in opposition to her response.
I consider her statement about my...
families.
Mr. Trump.
Well, I consider her statement about my children to be a very nice compliment. I don't know if it was meant to be a compliment, but it is a great. I'm very proud of my children. And they've done a wonderful job, and they've been wonderful, wonderful kids. So I consider that a compliment. I will say this about Hillary. She doesn't quit. She doesn't give up. I respect that. I tell it like it is. She's a fighter. I disagree with much of what she's fighting for. I do disagree with her judgment in many cases, but she does fight hard, and she doesn't quit, and she doesn't give up, and I consider that to be a very good trait.
We've sneaked in...
Note how that's an actual answer to the question. Note how Hillary Clinton's like, his kids, he gave birth, I guess, so, at least he can continue his bloodline or something, and Trump talked about her as a politician. I think... especially when he's talking about how not giving up's a good trait. There are tons of politicians who throw in the towel. Case in point, both Harris and Biden at multiple points during their campaign, they fucked up. Say what you want about Clinton, but if I were to speak personally, she had drive, and Trump actually acknowledged that and genuinely gave a compliment. Now, I know that might be relatively irrelevant in the grander scheme of politics right now, but... I want for people to look at what I call, again, the regression of Trump. Keep note how he looked healthier, he sounded healthier, he actually appeared to be more sound of mind during this debate. And that clip, that response he gave, I found to be very illuminating, to say the least. So, I think it's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful response. It's a nice little high point in the midst of the debate. So that was nice. I think... that is a good positive note to end this stream on. We have lots of work to do. I know we're still figuring the streaming situation out, figuring it off. We started it high, went low, and then we had a little bit of a peak in the middle. When, of course, shout out to Kitty and Gigi Cooper when they all came in, and we were able to have some brief conversations, and I just went back to watching political clips, but you know how it is. This is a very political episode, but... I'm going to call this episode The Divide. It's a very vague, not even specific, but it's just mentioning how a lot of what we're looking at today on my tabs that have been revealed here, it is about the divide in America. And I want for us to just look back at where we came from. That clip we just saw was a bit of a video of a different America. The America we have now doesn't even closely resemble in color, in shape, in taste, in flavor, and in discourse to what we got right now. So when you look back, just know this is a mere 3 political debates ago. It may have been trolly, it may have been ridiculous, but Trump changed, and as a result, we changed. And I'm definitely seeing that change right now. I do think he fell off the wagon. And the best we can do is to just remember what's good, what was good, and what still can be good in the future. And with that, we're still chipping away at the old block with the streams. Technically, this was a gaming stream because we played Bin Laden Shooting Simulator from 2001. Yeah, released 9 days after 9/11. I can't believe it. Newgrounds was so quick back then. And we'll see you tomorrow. We're going to see how the next stream goes. It's going to be a lot more unprepared, but I'm figuring it out. And when we hit gold, we're going to look back at these streams and go, damn, what the hell was he thinking? But I'm glad I had the energy to do this today. Thank you, Mr. Gecko. Shout out to you. You definitely have #1 in XP. You've been spamming the chat, which is great. Gigi Cooper, hello. Hello, Kitty. Hello to Kitty, the viewer. And Andy the Anteater. It's Moses. I know it's you. Monkey type shit. Thank you for popping at least at the first half. Ian30, fuck you for not following up on your call-in, but I don't think that would have gone very well anyways. And thank you all for just giving this stream a chance. So I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you next week. You'll see some new videos that get uploaded. I know people loved when I ate paper for fun, but shit's getting serious, okay? All right? We're going to make this a regular thing, and we're really going to get into the weeds, some weeds that you might not want to wade through, all right? Because politics, it's messy, but it is important. It's our civic duty to stay updated. So I'll figure out some better, more accessible way to go through the tabs. But again, you can't succeed without failing. We're going to keep trying, and I feel good about it. So I'll see you guys next stream tomorrow, and see you. God bless Somalia. Okay, stop streaming, discard delay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, shit. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye. Okay, 3,